What it do, YouTube? It's your boy DJ Skandalous here. We're back with another video. For this one, we're going to break down the recent news that there's a new Tupac movie in which he fakes his death. Let's get it.
I'm built for it, nigga.
So the title reads here, new Tupac Shakur movie to explore possibility rapper faked his death and escaped to Mexico. 24 years after his murder, there are still conspiracy theories regarding Tupac Shakur's death in Las Vegas in September 1996. According from a report from Las Vegas KTNV Channel 13, local filmmaker Rick Boss is making a movie that explores the possibility that the late rapper is still alive. The film is titled Tupac: The Great Escape from UMC. This will reenact the events of Las Vegas shooting and Tupac's escape plot from the University Medical Center in Las Vegas involving a body double and relocating to Mexico. This goes on to say this is about Tupac escaping from the University Medical Center and relocating to Mexico, where he'll be protected under tribal rules of the Navajo tribe. The filmmaker Boss claims that when Tupac arrived in Las Vegas for the fight night, he was informed of a planned hit on him. That's when an escape plan was conceived, including a body double being planted in Suge Knight's BMW vehicle, and a planned aerial exit from Vegas. He goes on to say when certain FBI agencies are looking for you, they're going to block the airport. So you can't travel out, so the best way to escape is through helicopter, private helicopter to another state. FBI agents can't go into tribal land without a tribal council's permission, which is why Navajo land in New Mexico made for the perfect hideout for Tupac. While it all seems far-fetched, Boss claims that he got his information from Tupac's family and inner circle. He goes on to say, you can write a fiction story, but this is not fiction, he stated. This is facts through certain people I know. This goes on to say that the actor that's actually playing him, his name is Richard Garcia, and he goes on to actually state that he actually believes that Tupac passed away, but his legacy is very much alive. And here's a brief clip here.
This movie is about Tupac actually escaping from the University Medical Center here in Vegas and relocating to New Mexico, getting protection from the Navajo tribe. I mean, you can write a fiction. You can write a fiction story, but this is not fiction. This is facts through certain people that I know.
So the interesting thing that I have for this video, and the reason why I wanted to really do it, because I think it's like a cash grab situation. It's another person, not really associated with Tupac at all, coming out of the woodworks, using Tupac's name to make money and make a name for himself. And I know what you guys can say. You can say, well, you make remixes, you make Tupac remixes. But the thing is, I don't focus on making bullshit alive theories and conspiracy theories, saying that Tupac's alive to get views and subscribers and money and all that type of shit like this guy's trying to do. Now, I understand if you were trying to do a movie and it's like the Twilight Zone episode where it's like what if scenario, like if a celebrity did not die, like JFK did not get shot or Tupac and Biggie did not die, then I think it'll be great to have an episode where it shows what could happen with them. But if you're trying to make a movie and you're focusing on it being fact, then I think it's bullshit because you're really misleading the fans here, because there's no proof whatsoever that Tupac is in New Mexico. There has been no evidence of that. There has been no theories of that really, outside of I Wonder If Heaven Gotta Get a music video. But there's not really much merit there that really proves this case. It's just merely hearsay of one guy saying, oh, Tupac's cousin or uncle told me this. Which I find crazy too, because if Tupac would have faked his death, don't you think he would have only told people that could keep their mouth shut? Because then anybody can just out him, say, hey, Tupac's over here in Cuba, Tupac's over here in Tijuana, Tupac's over here in New Mexico. Go find him. And then what happens? Then you have the authorities come after him. Also, what happened with the body double? Was the body double in the car when the shooting happened? Was it a fake shooting? Was it a real shooting? Did the body double get killed? Would that explain why the autopsy report has his weight and height different than what's on his actually driver's license from 1995 and 1996? And there's another video I did a couple months ago where it shows Tupac and MGM Grand passing another individual almost in the same type of clothing, same shirt and pants as Tupac when he's going through the crowd. Could that have been his body double? I don't know, but I still think it's bullshit. But what's also crazy about this is I think this person had to get the green light from the Tupac estate. And I don't know why the Tupac estate would green light this. Basically, probably even get royalties from this guy using Tupac's name and likeness and brand, even though this is like a what if type of scenario, which is probably not even true. And I think it's completely disrespectful that you're making a movie or documentary or anything like that that's showing that Tupac's alive, even though he very well might not be. So why are they greenlighting a documentary like this, but we still don't have a new album? That makes no sense. you want to preserve his legacy, increase his legacy, you should be working on new albums, working on a TV show or a movie about his life, not about him being alive in New Mexico, which is complete bullshit. Now, like I said earlier, the one thing that I found really kind of crazy about this, if you watched the I Wonder If Heaven Got a Ghetto music video, which came out in 1997, it was a remix that he did for the Are You Still Down album. It was a 1992 song that he did for the Strictly album, which didn't even make the cut of the album, but it was released on a single, the B-side, I think. They ended up remixing it twice on that album, and the video shows a helicopter touchdowning in New Mexico, and I believe the name was Ruckus, what's like, you know, Shakur backwards. Then it shows Tupac at the church, you know, being cared for and still being alive. So I found like that to be kind of crazy, but maybe that's why this guy thought of this idea, so we can't put it past that. The other crazy thing is that there's actually a interview footage of witnesses during the Las Vegas shooting, which they detail a helicopter coming down and airlifting Tupac out of Las Vegas. Check it out here.
When it happened, we didn't know if we heard gunshots, or we didn't really know exactly what we heard. We heard a lot of screaming, a lot of cars screeching. We were just hanging out, taking photos at the time. We ran up the street as cops were running past us, and by the time we got here, they were already taking, which now I found out was Tupac, into the helicopter away. He had been shot.
So what do you guys feel about this? Do you guys feel like this is a bunch of bullshit? Do you think he's just connecting the dots with, you know, that video and the Wonder If Heaven Got a Ghetto music video and just trying to cash in on it? The other reason why I think this whole thing is bullshit is because if Tupac was alive, he would never have allowed people to ruin his music the way they did and remix his songs and put on these Frankenstein albums with songs from different eras together when he had all these blueprint albums, album titles, and track sequencing already done and waiting for anybody to use. So that right there, if he was in New Mexico, I think he would have still more control over how his songs would have been released. He could just call somebody and, hey, I want this guy on this song. I want my songs to be released in the original form. But I don't think that happened because we just seen all his music destroyed. You get trash artists on there like a Shawnee and T.I. that had nothing to do with Tupac at all. And a lot of his songs had his vocals removed and verses and hooks and everything removed from the songs, and he was censored. He would not have been down with that. So like, I think if he's hiding away on some secret island or he's in New Mexico, he will still have say over the way his songs will come out. And why wouldn't he just record new music from there and, you know, send it through the internet or USB drive or something? That'll make no sense either. We have the originals of these songs dating back to 1988. If they would do this for something like The Twilight Zone or The Outer Limits or some type of show like that, then I think it'll be really great, because then you could do like a what if, like if Tupac stayed alive, if he would have worked with Nas, if he would have squash speak with Biggie and made a duet album, if he would have worked with DMX or Eminem, or he would have had his own Pop Warner leagues for kids, if he would have started Star Wars, and you could do all types of stuff like that for like a Twilight Zone type episode or series, you know. But doing it as trying to promote it as a factual movie, like factual events, I think is completely misleading and bullshit. The actor that they got to play Tupac, he's definitely older than 25. He's not even Tupac's height, not even Tupac's body shape, so he doesn't have that same build. He's not even the same race. And you know, I don't want to sound racist at all or nothing, because I'm not. I'm Hispanic just like the actor is, but he's Mexican. Tupac was not Mexican. And you can definitely tell the difference. You know, if I'm going to cast someone as Tupac, they're going to be the same race. They're going to be the same build. They're going to be the same height. So if I was going to do like a Tupac movie in 1997, 1998, Ja Rule would have been like the perfect person. I wouldn't have been going for someone that is like Ricky Martin or Mark Anthony or some bullshit, you know. But I ain't gonna hate on his grind, you know. He's just trying to make a living for himself. But you know, if I'm gonna do a movie, he's gonna look more like Tupac and be the same race. So I don't really understand why go this route with someone that doesn't even look like Tupac and doesn't even have much acting experience at all. So to me, it just comes off as a very low budget project. I just really wish the Tupac state would get their head out of their ass. You know, stop greenlighting trash stuff like this. Start focusing on new albums, new Tupac merchandise and toys and Funko Pops and action figures and better Tupac t-shirts. There's a lot of t-shirts you can find at Walmart, you can find on a boardwalk, at the beach, that are far better than what they offer on their own website. Focus on that stuff instead of allowing bullshit freaking movies and bullshit producers and directors try to make a living off of Tupac. For real, why can't we get a movie or TV series starting out when Tupac and Jada Pinkett were at the Baltimore School of Arts, showing how he came up, he read The Art of War and other books like that, how he got introduced to Digital Underground and how he blow up the whole situation, how he got beat down for jaywalking. Talk about those type of scenarios, as well as him shooting 2 off-duty police officers. the creation of Dear Mama and then going to death row. There's a lot of stuff you can do there for multiple TV episodes and a whole series, I believe, instead of just focusing on a what if scenario. Anyways, guys, drop your comments below about how you feel about this movie. I do know that there's actually going to be a docu-series with Alan Hughes, which actually did the Brenda's Got a Baby music video, Tupac, Menace to Society. There's going to be like a 5 to 6 part series on Tupac and his mother, Afeni, as well as we've been hearing rumblings about another Tupac movie coming out for the last couple years after the All Eyes on Me movie with director Steve McQueen. So how do you guys feel about this news? Drop your comments below. This is DJ Skandalous signing out. Peace out.